Hello there, in this video I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you should use Dall-e 3 instead of Midjourney, and also I'm going to show you what you can actually create in Dall-e 3. Coming up. So the first reason why you should use Dall-e 3 instead of Midjourney is that it's free. As of time of this recording, which is October 2023, Dall-e 3 is free and you can access to it by going to bing.com/create. Once you go into that website, you should be able to see this page, and you also have this little chat box here on top where you can type your prompts, and you have also this little yellow lightning bolt on the side which indicates the number of credits you have. So these essentially are boosts and allows Dall-e to create images faster. Once you reach 0, or you just use all of your credits, it might create your images in a slower mode. Now I haven't tested that, so I don't know how slow it's going to be, but this is what it does at the moment. The second reason why you should use Dall-e 3 instead of Midjourney is the fact that Dall-e 3 uses natural language, so you don't have to be a prompt engineer in order to create the right image. In Midjourney there is a little bit of learning curve. You need to basically tap into the chat once you are in Midjourney Discord chat, and basically you need to see other creators' prompts in order to learn how to use it. Also copy and paste some of those prompts in order to craft your own prompt, and it takes time in order to create decent images. Now it depends on your requirements, it depends what sort of quality you're looking for. But if you are a content creator like me and you want to create images straightforward, just using your natural language without relearning anything new, just go to Dall-e 3. You just type anything you want in a natural language and it will create your images. I'm going to show you that just in a second. Now the third reason why you should use Dall-e 3 instead of Midjourney, and this is for me is a deal breaker, and I think it's going to be a deal breaker for many of you, is the fact that Dall-e 3 creations and images are private. So only you can access to your creations, and that is a deal breaker, because if I create something in Midjourney, I know that that is public. Anyone can just tap into my creations, use them for their own purposes, and I wouldn't know where they use it. It's not going to be a unique creation. In Dall-e 3 everything is private, whether you use bing.com/create or whether you use ChatGPT Plus to access to Dall-e 3, everything is going to be private. The other reason why you should use Dall-e 3 instead of Midjourney is the fact that Dall-e 3 is faster. It's faster in creating your images. At least of what I compared between Midjourney and Dall-e 3, it creates images faster, and for me it's also another deal breaker. The other reason why I use Dall-e 3 instead of Midjourney is the fact that now the text is more accurate, the hands, the way they draw the hands is more accurate as well. At least most of the time it's more accurate, but the text is the main deal breaker for me. The fact that you can actually create logos with 1 or 2 words which are actually accurate. And you can also change that into Photoshop or into Canva Pro. You can change text. Now let's dive into Dall-e 3 and how to use it. So I'm in bing.com/create. If I click down below here under creations, you're gonna see the history of all of my creations. Here on the right hand side I've got all of my creations, and again these are not all my creations actually. Bear in mind, when you create something, this will store up to I think up to 15 images, so make sure that 15 creations actually, so make sure you save the one you want, because now I can see that the previous ones I created are not there anymore. So make sure you save them and download them to your computer. As you can see here, I created some infographics, the illustrations of Japanese bath and hot spring here, and I can click on any of this and it basically made this infographic for me. Of course the text is all messed up, but as you can see this is the prompt that I used to create this, and you can also use like other prompts to create something like this. These are like paintings. I use, for instance, as my prompt here, create 4 examples of ukiyo-e painting from Edo period in a 3-fold style, and basically between brackets I said 3 A4 paper stuck together horizontally. That's what I said, and that's what it created. So if you see the quality of this is pretty amazing. I mean, I can go down here and you notice this is the So I just said here, make a landscape photo of Tokyo from Skytree Tower at dawn, and this is what came up with. It's pretty amazing here how it did that. I think this one is the more accurate one, but it's really cool the way it does it. Now if I go up here, you'll notice I've got other examples of let's say logos, pretty good logos, and again I can click on any of these logos, any of these images, and I see how on the right hand side I can share them social media, I can save them into my account, Microsoft account. You can go to download, and again to save them you need to have a Microsoft account, which is basically an email, hotmail.com. Just create one and you can save them there. Then you can download them, of course, and this option to customize, basically this will customize that image into Microsoft Designer, which is within the browser, of course, and then it will grab that image and it will generate designs for you. So you can see that image in different scenarios, in like in furnitures, in brochures, in animations, which is pretty cool. You can use this for social media. You can also describe what you want to see for an Instagram post. This is something you can dive into it and spend some time and create perhaps some cool graphic using the Microsoft Designer. But let me just close this and go back to our Dall-e 3 within Bing. And again, you can download this and you can use it. Now, the only limitation that you have in bing.com/create is the fact that the aspect ratio is going to be square, 1080 by 1080. If you want to have the aspect ratio changed in these creations, you would have to go into ChatGPT Plus. In ChatGPT Plus, I can create logos or images with different aspect ratio. So if I go to my travel logo concepts, for instance, here I ask to create some logo and it will create some square image. And if I basically ask create these images in 16:9 aspect ratio, and it basically kept the same design without really touching them, and basically create something in 16:9. Actually, it's changed here. Actually, this logo here has an aeroplane, and that logo doesn't have any aeroplane here, only the small one. But basically, it created a very similar image with 16:9 aspect ratios. Yeah, the suitcase is lying down and this one is standing up, but it's pretty much similar to that one, which is pretty cool. So, and also the logos as well, kept in 16:9. So this is something you can do in ChatGPT Plus. Now, the difference between bing.com/create and ChatGPT Plus isn't that much of a difference, but in ChatGPT Plus I noticed that you need to be a little bit more specific with your prompts. So for instance, for these logos here, I have to basically say create them in a minimalistic style. In bing.com/create, all I have to do is simply just type create a logo inspired by Japanese onsen, and it will basically create the logo for me without specifying the minimalistic style. But if I wanted to, I can actually just specify that, and here it says create logos in a minimalistic style, and it creates something like that. So it's all about experimenting. If you have ChatGPT Plus, you can just see the difference between the two and use them accordingly. Some of the logos I created in bing.com/create are pretty amazing, that I can use for my for my business, for my content. Others that I use in GPT Plus, I would definitely use those as well. It's all about experimenting. But if you don't want to pay any subscription whatsoever, go to bing.com/create and have fun there. So if you have any other questions about Dall-e 3 and its release and some nuances I haven't covered in this video, just let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.